You found it. Your home for the best content on your favorite team, the Fighting Tigers of LSU. Do us a favor. Subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments below. Be sure to smash that like button. So we showed you some video. The motorcade is leaving the Baton Rouge Metro Airport. They're headed to LSU football ops, where Brian Kelly, new LSU football coach, set to meet his new team here shortly. One member of that team is Jack Bech, who's good enough to join us now. Jack, thanks for a couple of minutes, man. How are you?
I'm well. How are y'all doing?
I'm doing really good. Appreciate a couple of minutes here. So you got a new head coach, man. When you heard that it's Brian Kelly, what was your reaction?
I mean, I couldn't be more happier. Just with the record he has and all the things he's accomplished through his years of being a head coach, I think also like what he brings is something we needed around here, and I think he's going to do really well at LSU. You know, with all the talent we have, like everybody's been saying, he's walking into a gold mine, and I think he's going to do really well with it. You know, so I'm really happy for the next couple of years.
And Jack, you said he brings what we needed around here. Can you elaborate? Like, what do you think that he brings that's going to fill in some of those gaps?
I just think, like, the whole aura of everything he brings. If you think of Notre Dame, you think of just a really, like, highly acquitted program, you know. Like, everything is, boom, one after each other, like, one after another. It's just a really, like, really tightly knitted together program. So I think if he brings that here, which I know he will, that's why I'm so excited that he's coming, that, you know, it's going to be really beneficial for our program, you know, just getting it back to where it was.
What, remind me, I just really don't know, did you run across Brian Kelly at all or any members of his staff when you were being recruited?
I did. I actually got recruited pretty heavy by them, but then I actually committed to LSU the day they offered me. I silent committed, but I don't know. Obviously, I don't know. Not many people know who he's going to bring with him, who he's going to hire on his staff. But I know that they wanted to use me in a couple pretty cool ways. So hopefully, you know, Tommy Rees comes, their OC. You know, I talk to him a lot. You know, I really like him. So hopefully he follows the path along with him. But yeah, no, I definitely did run into a couple of those coaches in the recruiting path.
Could you elaborate a little bit on what it was like, what Brian Kelly was like as a recruiter? What you remember of him in that process?
I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't even know if I talked to him.
Okay.
It was more. It's kind of like with Coach O. You know, Coach O will talk to a lot of in-state recruits. I think it was kind of the same way with that. You know, I talked to the OC, special teams coordinator, which was the recruiter for our area. And people like that, so like like Coach Tommy Rees, but I really have not had many words with Coach Brian.
Oh, you're about to meet him here in a little bit. As I understand, there's a team meeting in 45 minutes or so. So I know that you'll all get to meet him. So then, if you would elaborate a little bit on your relationship with and what you remember from Tommy Rees in some of those conversations.
Yeah, just the different ways that he explained to me how they would use me. You know, they wanted to use me in a multitude of ways. Kind of what happened, like how it was used here, just split out wide, but also coming into the slot, blocking a little bit. Just a lot of conversations like that. And then, you know, as you know, I obviously came here to LSU and didn't go to Notre Dame, but I always really did like what they had and what they were telling me. But my heart was always here, so that's obviously why I came here. But you know, he told me a lot of really good like things that they were going to do, and that's why I'm just kind of hoping that, you know, Coach Tommy comes here because, you know, I already have a relationship with him.
Yeah. Jack Bech is with us for a couple of more minutes here. No doubt you've talked to a lot of your teammates. What's been the general reaction or feeling with the guys to the news?
You know, a lot of people are, like, ecstatic about the hire because, I mean, I don't think that many people even talked about, you know, Coach Brian or about him being our coach or anything. But whenever, like, word started circulating that he was our head coach, there was a lot of excitement, you know, around the team.
Did you think we talked obviously a lot about Lincoln Riley. There was a lot of very public information on Lincoln Riley. Did you think that was going to get done, or What was your reaction on, I guess, Saturday you all beat Texas A&M, and then we all found out in that post-game press conference that wasn't happening? I mean, did you even allow yourself to think that was a possibility?
I'm going to be completely honest. Whenever people ask me about it, I mean, that's who I thought it was. I thought he was a lock. People told me he was a lock. But obviously he wasn't.
Hey, man, you do enough of these. We've talked about it a lot. Like, until the dude's wearing a purple tie and he's on the plane headed to the press conference, it ain't never done till it is. We learned that. We learned that again. Yeah, we learned that again 100%. Here. Jack Bech is 100%. With us. He's on Twitter at JackBech7. Follow his Instagram as well. A couple of more. So now you know who the head coach is going to be. What about? We talked a lot about the staff. Any idea, as far as like the current staff members, and have you all had any conversations with the current staff members about who might stay, who might go, anything like that?
I have not, but, there are a couple of people I have in mind. I'm not going to say any names, but that I think are, pretty critical to the program, that if it were my say, I would definitely keep them. So I'm hoping that happens. And, there's already a couple of names that have come out that were on my mind, which is a really good thing. But, I'm hoping that, what kind of like the core of this staff that we need stays for a lot of different purposes, just relationship-wise, recruiting-wise, just different reasons like that.
It certainly seems like it's going to be a little bit of a mix of the current staff, Brian Kelly bringing some people from Notre Dame, and then probably some new names as well. We got a couple more minutes here with Jack Bech, and they got a team meeting coming up here shortly. So what about this is obviously the first time you've gone through a coaching change in your time at LSU. So what's kind of the process like, as best you could tell, for, preparing for a bowl game and for getting to know the staff and next season and stuff like that?
Right. Like you said, it's so brand new, and we're kind of just in the beginning. We haven't really met Coach Brian yet, obviously, as y'all know. But we had a team meeting yesterday, and they're just saying, change happens in the real world. Change can happen any second in the real world. So this is just kind of a lesson that we're going to get taught, a life lesson just on how to handle different changes and stuff like that. But I just wanted to say, too, thank you, Coach O, and all that staff, because, I kind of already tweeted it out. But without them, I would have never have gotten the chance to play here. So, just a huge thanks to Coach O and his whole staff for believing in me. So I just want to definitely say thank you to Coach O a lot, because he let my dream, kind of come true.
For sure, man. It is interesting, man. As dynamic a freshman year as you had, to think there was a time where, tell me if I'm wrong, but the biggest offer you had was Vanderbilt. You were committed to Vanderbilt before LSU came in and was like, holy crap, this guy's really good. Let's get him on campus. No doubt. So let me ask you also, your freshman year, now that it's in the rearview mirror, well, you still got a bowl game to play, but how did it play out based on what your expectations were coming into the SEC?
Now, I knew I could play with anybody. I was never scared of anybody. But I was kind of telling, actually, my mom, and I thank my brother for this the other day, actually. But a couple months ago, whenever I was home, I was listening to some songs. My brother was like, "Oh, you should maybe use that song, for a freshman season mixtape." And I was like, "Yeah." I'm like, hopefully I have enough plays to be able to do something like that. But just going back to the point, my brother, he really believed in me and just saw the hard work I put in and day out, to try and make this dream become a reality. He always really believed in me, which really helped me, which really boosted my confidence. And this season, this was just kind of, for all of us freshmen and for our whole team, this was just kind of like a taste of what's to come. So, I'm hoping a lot of people saw that, and, we're going to be back next season. I think we're going to be, in the top two. So,
dude, I love it. A lot of people are going to be excited to hear that. And before we go, I got to ask you, I've seen all your social media. I know you've done some NIL stuff. I know you're in on GameCoin. I've seen the Bech I'm from Louisiana shirts. And I know you did a deal with Cellivate as well. So go ahead and shout out your partners, man.
Yeah, for sure. Like you said, GameCoin, Baton Rouge Business, a couple deals like that. And then Cellivate is one of them. They're a local energy drink made here. it's plant-based, healthy for you. They get you going, but they don't give you all that crazy energy. You know, they get you up, get you going. You don't crash after. You know, Celebrate is definitely one of my favorite energy drinks, you know, I've had. And I'm really happy to be working with them.
That's CELEVATE.com, Celevate.com. Y'all go check it out. It's pretty cool. Dude, I'm telling you, I really love that y'all get to do the NIL deals. I think it's cool.
I think it's awesome.
Dude, I'm always happy to let y'all promote whatever it is that y'all want to promote, and I hope y'all have a lot of success with it. So shout out to Celevate. You go to Celevate.com. Of course, you can follow Jack on all of his social media as well. And Celevate, it's in a lot of, I would assume it's in a lot of retailers all over the area.
You can actually buy it at Mathern's Market on campus.
Cool. Wait, what was the second one you said? On campus.
Market on campus.
On campus. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So Mathern's on campus has Celevate, so if you're out there, so check it out, Celevate.com. Hey, man, it's a pleasure. We appreciate you taking a couple of minutes out of a busy day. Thanks so much. Continued success, man. Everybody's pulling for you.
Thank y'all so much for having me.
Thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact. And be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.